So good afternoon everyone. Today we are going to see the topic that is vendor rating methods. So I'm going to share the screen. So a vendor, we have a recap of who is a vendor. A vendor is a general term used to describe any supplier of goods or services. A vendor sells products or services to another company or individual. Some vendors like food trucks sell directly to the customers. So anyone who supplies the goods and services is called as supplier. It is also called as vendor, on the whole. So vendor rating, it is also called as supplier rating, is a system used by buying organizations or industry analysts to record, analyze, rank, and report the performance of a supplier in terms of a range of predefined criteria, which may include such things such as the quality of products and services. Mostly in yesterday's class, we have seen we are going to rate the vendors regarding the quality, regarding the price, delivery, and their credibility. So here, vendor rating is nothing but a supplier rating, which we have to record, analyze, rank, and report. So if we have 10 or 15 suppliers, we are going to analyze them on basis of their price, quality, and delivery timings, and their relations, and how they are going to follow. That we are going to rate, and we are going to select first three from those lists, and we are going to request a proposal for supplying the product to us. So we are going to receive the quotations. In that quotations, we are going to see the L1 quotation, that is the least cost, so that our company will be in the profits. So vendor rating is a process of establishing performance categories and collecting and analyzing data to monitor trends and identify areas for further action. So here suppliers are provided several factors. They can also supply the materials from their production, or they can get from outside market, that is the distribution part, or they can get products from other companies too. So the supplier, it depends on their own strategies how they are going to supply the goods. So in the rating process, wherein we provide a status and several factors, that is, as I said earlier, credibility, delivery time, price, quality of goods and supplied, or a set of such such qualities that we are going to look into. So yesterday we have seen vendor evaluation. It is same as rating, but we are not going to rate over there, just we are going to evaluate them. So here it is why it is important, because to reduce the supply chain cost, improve the quality and timeliness of delivery of items. Because if you are not going to rate any company without any key performance indicators, then what happens is you are going to select a company which they are not going to stand upon their words, like delivery timing. They are going to say that tomorrow they are going to deliver the goods, they will be after 1 week they are going. So it becomes very difficult us to go with the production process. So the skill in evaluating vendors is to determine which criteria are important, and weighing that criteria we are going to see. Example, if you are going to see Amazon is a vendor, you act as a manufacturer, distributor, supplier, and you are responsible for getting your products to multiple Amazon warehouses location. You can also incur fees for products that don't sell quickly enough, and bulk orders are received as soon as the items. So example is the Amazon is like a supplier. The people they are into get contacted to the Amazon, and Amazon, in the Amazon side we are going to say, and we are going to select the product. So we have warehouses of Amazon, wherein where large requirement, that is the bulk orders will be received there. So vendor assessment is an evaluation and approval process that businesses can use to determine if prospective vendors and suppliers can meet the organization standards or not. So if we are not going to assess them, then how we can say that these people are going to supply us particular material in time or not? So to have an risk, low risk, we will be going for evaluating the vendors. If we evaluate, then we will be knowing which vendor is capable of letting us a good product with quality and in a timely they are going to send, because we have seen earlier in material management and MRP 1, MRP 2, that is just in time approach, that is JIT. Particularly in the JIT, the people has to come out and they have to uh, send us those products which are demanded in the market. In the very reorder level, if you are going to order at the reorder level, the supplier should respond and he has to send the materials to us so that our production levels will not get lower and doesn't become zero stock. When we have become zero stock, then it becomes very difficult to maintain those areas. For that reason, we are going to have bulk orders, and in spite of bulk orders, we are not going to meet the problematic things like out of stock. So here, a low risk maintenance means riskless thing. If you want, our goal is to be a low risk and best in class vendor, we need to go for rating the things, that is vendor rating techniques. Categorically, we have defined vendor rating techniques. We have so many techniques we have. So here I will be showing about 8 techniques which are used for vendor rating. So method of rating is in our syllabus. So which method is good for you, good for the company, and people will be using so many techniques. It depends on that company, they are going to use the technique. So we have different types of techniques like categorical plan, weighted point plan, cost ration method, Evastance vendor selection, forced decision matrix, service cost ratio. So in this rating, we have to concentrate more on these 8, and the company may use one of these method in order to rate that vendor. If you are going to rate the vendor, then we can improve the quality and we can improve the timeliness of the delivery of items of our company. And skill evaluating vendors is to determine criteria are important. So which criteria? If you are going to take the cost, less cost, they are very good. High quality, they are very good. Delivery timings, they are maintaining within the time they are supplying us raw materials. It is good. So which key performance indicator that you are going to take, and how you are going to go with your rating, and which vendor you are going to send the proposal for the raw materials. Request for proposal and request for quotations we are going to send. Once we are going to receive the quotations, then we are going to see the least cost, and then we are going to ask that particular company or the supplier to supply the material to us. So 8 major rating plans are utilized for vendor rating. After the trial orders are executed, it becomes necessary for the buyer to rate the vendor to enable him to determine how he should apportion his requirements among the vendors. In other words, the basic responsibility of material manager is not only to locate the resources but also to preserve them through continuous rating. A vendor's performance is meeting the quality. As I said, the key performance indicator of a vendor is quality, delivery, and price standards set by the buyer has to be assessed in a systematic manner. So the techniques of vendor rating. The purchase organizations watch as enlisted suppliers continuously and take requisite corrective action following rating plans are utilized for vendor rating. Categorical plan, weighted plan, cost ratio, Evanston's vendor selection, force decision matrix, service cost ratio, Bell quality rating system, IBM quality rating system. So these are the two companies. They have separate ratings. So this is also another type of rating that we are going to see now. So the first is categorical plan. A categorical plan is a sample of all the vendor rating schemes. It relies heavily on the judgment and experience of the decision maker. The purchasers maintain a list of its suppliers and their products. The vendor performance is reviewed periodically by an evaluation committee comprising of all representatives. Depending upon the performance, the vendor is given a plus point, neutral, or minus. The performance trend over a period of time built in the vendor with increasing trend of plus points is chosen. Means the more plus the a vendor is getting, then it will be taken into proponents of pluses or minus needs notification to the supplier with comments. So we are going to tell the supplier that these are the minuses you have. If you are going to improve those minuses, then we are ready to take the material from your side. A preponderance of pluses and minuses needs notification to the supplier with comments. So we are going to send in this 1 year we have seen your progress is like this, like a progress report. On the basis of experience and periodical meetings, a list of factors can be established on performance. Performance in each area and each factor is given a grading as never, seldom, use, always, etc. This system through non-quantitative provides a means of systematic record keeping on performance criteria. So categorical plan means they will be watching the vendor performance for particular 6 months or 8 months or 12 months or 9 months. It depends on the company and that particular evaluation committee. They will be regularly watching all the vendors of different types of raw materials. Then they will be sending their comments to that particular supplier that you have these plus this you have done very good and this you could not do. What you say? Next time if you want to supply us material, these minuses should be converted to the plus. So they are going to give the grading, that is categorical plan. Next, this is a weighted point plan. So many companies are using this. So I have come out with an example so that you will be understanding about this. So quality, delivery, service and price. These are the three most important attributes of a good supplier. Delivery or the service. If a author thinks that service is different, delivery is different, he can take it. It means if author is taking as a different, it becomes four important attributes. But normally, service is also comes in the delivery also comes in the service. So we can take it as a three: quality, service, and a price are the three most important attributes of a good supplier. Depending upon the importance, a purchaser attaches to a particular attribute. He fixes a weightage for it. The total weightages are being 100, and the weightages we are using weighted point plan for this exam. So how the weighted plan means they are going to take it as a whole as 100 points. Last time we would have seen in the last class, yesterday class, mostly it was quality 60 and delivery was 30, service was 20 and pricing was 10, like that. So he has constituted some points for this. Here, how they are going to do, you can see this. Let us read the two companies A and B. Factors considered for the quality, price, delivery. Weights for each above factors is quality 60% they have given for the quality and price 20% and delivery 20%. So it is constitutes as 100%. So they are going to evaluate the both the companies on these factors, that is quality, and that is 60% of their performance and 20% and 20% they have been. If we multiply the each of the values of factors by their weights, we derive ratings and compare which one is better. Company A inputs, you can see. total quantity supplied is 10 units, total quantity accepted is 8 units. So 2 units they did not get accepted. Price per unit is $10, delay in delivery 20% time delay. So quality rating, how they are going to see, 8 by 10 means quantity accepted, total quantity accepted by total quantity supplied, that is 8 by 10 into 100, that is 80% is the quality rating. Price rating 10 by 10 into 100, that is 100%. So the price ratio lowest by simpler price, that is delivery rating. So here 100%, 10 price rating is 10, 10 by 10 into 100 he has taken, that is 100%. So price ratio lowest by simpler price into 100 they have done. So normal simpler price is only 10 and he is charging only 10 rupees, so it becomes 100%, that is the price. Delivery rating is equal to 100 minus 20% here is delay we have taken in 100, 80% weighted rate. So a company rating is 80 into 60. So 80 we got quality rating. We are going to multiply with this 60%, that is 80 into 60 plus 100. We got price rating as 100. Here this is 20. Price is 20. So 100 into 20. 80 into 20. We got here delivery rating as 80 into 20. We got 84. In the similar manner, company B inputs we have seen the total quantity supplied is 20 units and total quantity accepted is 18 units and price per unit is 16. Here delay in the 10%. So here 18 by 20 we have taken 90%. Price rating 10 by 16 we have taken. 10 is the price lowest price, that is the 10, and 16 is highest. So we have divided and we got 62.5%. And delivery rating 10% delay was there, 100 minus 10 is 90%. And here we have multiplied the quality rating, that is 90% into 60, 90 into 60 plus 62.5 into 20 plus 90 into 20 is equal to 84.5. You can see the difference, 84 and 84.5. Though the price per unit of company B is more than the company A, still company B wins because of overall rating is high. So in this way, the weighted point plan, try to revisit this slide and try to understand this. It is very simple, but how a company, in spite of more units supplying and less units supplying, but still it has got the rating higher. So this is how a weighted point plan is going to work in the rating these things. But normally, if you are going to see, if you are not going to do this, use this weighted point plan and just you see that 10 units or supplied 8 units, 20 units or supplied 18, and the price is high 16, you are very price specific, and delivery time 10%. If you are going to see the company A, we would have selected just by seeing, but using this weighted point plan, it clearly shows 84.5% is the rating of the company B. So this is how we are going to use this second one. And we have the third one is cost ratio method. This method relates to identifiable purchasing and receiving cost to the value of shipment received from respective suppliers. The higher the ratio of cost to shipment, the lower the rating applied to the supplier. Quality, deliver service, here also the same. Quality, deliver service and price are usual categories to which costs are allocated. After subdividing each factor into various elements, the respective cost ratios are suitably combined with the vendor's quoted price to determine the net cost. Here the vendor performance is reviewed periodically by. So here cost ratio method, we are going to see the cost involved in quality, delivery and service and prices. On these indicators, which costs are allocated. After subdividing the each factor into various elements, we are going to get some percentage. by each companies, we are going to check the percentage of cost involved, how much cost we are going to involve if you are going to get the supplies from that particular supplier. Then we are going to rate where the net cost when we arrive, that will be the least. Then we are going to take into control, because high costing if you are going to take, we are going to lose the money from our side. Not in the case of weighted plan. Avaston's vendor selection. The supplier past performance is utilized in the choice of vendors and basic steps in this method. We have the steps in this. The vendors are approved list or ranked on basis of buyer subjective evaluation. The first satisfactory vendor meeting or exceeding all the standards. If applied vendors do not fill the minimum standards, then the minimum standard may be relaxed till the vendor is chosen. If presupposes the standards of acceptability of every criterion are formed to fit in order to take decisions. So here, Evanston has come out with a selection of vendor. How he is going to select means he is going to see the past performances, then he is going to match the standards of the company. Means we would have kept a standard. Example, if you are going to take a product, sugar cane, if you are going to take, then we are going to see uh, how much juice we have got. If you are going to say the 10% of that particular sugar cane is wasted and 90% of juice we are going to get. A company standards, they are going to keep that 80% of juice if we are going to get, then it is accepted and not less than that 80% we are going to take. So the vendor supplying or the farmer supplying this particular sugar cane, 80% or greater than 80% will be selected and the rest of all will be rejected. So it happens in the beverages companies, wherein they are going to make the jaggery and that waste will be sent to the beverages. So sugar will be manufactured. Before sugar, the jaggery will be made. From the jaggery, bone powder will be subjected to this jaggery. Then we are going to get the sugar. So this is the what happens in the sugar industries. So the standards of particular company will be taken into control, and the vendors accepting and matching the standards of the company will be in the number cost. So that is Evanston's vendor selection. He has come out with this type of selection. Next is forced decision matrix. So the attributes of rating. Normally, in all the methods, you are going to see these 3 or 4 attributes like price, quality, service, reliability of the supplier is added over here. Lead time of supply, that is the delivery time, are identified first. Then these factors are compared between themselves, like quality and price. If price is considered more important than quality by the election evaluation committee, then the weightage of 1 is given to price and 0 to the quality. So this is what. So it depends on the evaluation committee whether they are going to see the price or they are going to see the quality. If they are seeing the price, then price will be 1 and 0 will be the quality. The quality is compared with each of remaining factors and relative weightages and recorded in the form of a table or a matrix. Similarity, each factor is compared in turn with each of the others and other relative weightages are recorded. Weightages given to the different attributes are added up and each attribute and divided by the total number of comparisons to give the attribute weight. So on the whole, what the author is saying is a matrix they are going to make. They are going to collect the factors like weightages given to the different attributes are added and divided by the total. So in the next step, the compare the suppliers in the pairs in respect of each attribute. So attribute, as we have seen, price and quality. In terms, a company A has a more price. Example, if you are going to go back and use this method, a company quality, you can see see 80% and another is 90%, and the price rating is 62% and the earlier is 100%. If evaluation committee says the price rating is 100%, so we are going to give one that is a number to the company A and zero for the quality they are going to say, because here price rating they are considering 100% it is minimum lowest price, so we are going to pick up this. So here force decision matrix, they are going to see the weightages and they are going to have a price. They are going to give weightage of 1 to the price and 0 to the quality, or for the service they are going to take 1 and they are going to say that price is 0. It depends. So total averages they are going to add up and they are going to give the ranking method. Example, in our uh, schooling, we would have seen our progress report. In that we are going to have the weightages and they are going to give the rank, first rank, second rank, third rank and fourth rank. In the similar manner, here also we are going to give ranks to these vendors depending on the subjects. In the school we have seen all the 6 subjects. Here they have taken is the price, quality, service and reliability and lead time of supply. Next is service cost ratio. There are other intangible aspects of supply services. They are measured subjectively. They are procedure as follows: listing the service factors like R&D, labor stability, financial stability, flexibility in production of rush orders, assigning weights to each factor according to the importance to the purchaser, setting up a acceptable norm. Total of 100 service points is 70 may be acceptable norms, rating the suppliers for each and every service factor. So don't get confused with the service cost and cost ratio method. In the cost ratio method, they have taken only the quality, delivery, service and price. But here in service cost ratio, they are going to take only in the service cost ratio, they are going to define the where are the cost involved in services, like R&D, research and development cost, labor stability, financial stability, flexibility in the production of rush orders, assigning weights to each factor according to importance to the purchaser. So a company will decide service costs of the labor and R&D and financial stability and flexibility in the rush orders. They are going to give some weightage to that particular points and they are going to see that acceptable norm is 70%, that is 100 service points they are going to make it. If there are example, if you are going to say R&D 1, labor stability, financial stability 3, flexible orders 4, and we can say the uploading and downloading charges are 5. So if I am evaluation team and using the service cost ratio, I am going to assign 20, 20, 20 to these 5 weightages and say that this is service 100 points. In that, if a company their results may be 70% and above, I am going to accept. Otherwise, I am going to reject. So rating suppliers for each service factor and determine the percentage by which the supplier is over or under the acceptable norm, multiplying the percentage obtained and by the package percentage. For sophisticated items, value package percent may be 10% and common bazaar items may be 1%. The percentage figure arrived at in 6, that is multiplying obtained, minus the percentage in 5, determine the percentage of the supplier. This is acceptable form is what we are going to get a percentage. Then that percentage we are going to see service cost where it will be the lowest. That particular company or the supplier, we are going to give orders for them. So this is another method. Keep just blindly follow the title of that particular method. Forced decision matrix is depends on the evaluation committee on which factor they are going to concentrate, either the price, or either the reliability, either the quality, or the service. Others, they are going to make it zero and they are going to concentrate on that particular factor. That is that. Next is the service cost ratio. Here, the breakdown of services, listing of service factors involved, and giving a rating to that particular attributes, and dividing them and multiplying the percentages, and they are going to minus the percentages of determined percentage. Then they are going to see the acceptable, that is, that should be defined by the company only, whether they are going to accept 70% or 60%. Because in your exams, if there is a 100-mark question, that is a paper, we say that 36 marks is the pass percentage, and above we are going to give the grading, and below 36 we are going to say it is a failure. In the same manner, here also they are going to think of this. So we have another two companies, they have different types of rating systems. So Bell Helicopter Company developed a lot quality index, that is LQI, which gives an assessment of all lots. Lots means a group of items, we are going to say a lot, received against the lots rejected by disposition. So here they are going to see the which are rejected. So LQI is given by LQ1 minus X by L, where L is the total number of lots received and X is equal to, here X we are going to find out, that is lot 1 into 1 plus lot 2 into 2.1, L3 into 2.9, L4 into 3.1, L5 into 3.9. So what is L1? L1 is the number of lots accepted as received. How many? 100 we got, 100 we have received. Number of lots rejected by sampling, inspection, but label. They have given label, but they have been rejected at the sampling. Number of lots rejected and dispositions rework at the supplier end. So at the supplier end only they have rejected, that is L3. L4, number of lots rejected and disposition returned not usable. So the earlier were reworked at the supplier end, means they have been lost, rejected, and they have changed and they have come back. There is a possibility of coming back, but here L4 is all the lots which are rejected and returned, they are not usable. Number of lots rejected and deposited reworked at the Bell Helicopter. So they are rejected, but they can be improved at this company. That is the L5. So the weightage of 1, 2.0 were determined at the company after the careful study of complexity and number of operations required. So it depends on the lots. The formula may be modified easily to suit the needs of particular firm. The quality rating can be combined and with the rating of other parameters to develop suitable vendor rating scheme. So you have to remember this formula is LQ1 minus X by L. L means total number of lots received during the period. X means L1, L2, L3, L4 and L5. These are the things. So there is a standard they have given as 1, 2.1, 2.90, 3.10. 3.90 weightage is more because the number of lots rejected and disposed and reworked at the Bell company. So there are in good condition, but in transit something has happened, they can do it at this company. So they have given a weightage more. So these lots are acceptable lots. These are more. So a Bell quality rating system is like, this is one type. And IBM rating quality system, the IBM rating quality system uses quality cost as a basis of rating suppliers. The formula for vendor quality rating is VGR, desired cost of inspection by actual cost of inspection. So here, inspection cost they are going to see. The cost incurred in inspecting acceptable material is the desired cost, and the cost of inspecting rejected material being excluded from it. Because the inspection team are going to inspect all the lots, so we have to remove the rejected inspection cost from that. The actual cost of inspection includes cost incurred in inspecting acceptable only, as well as rejected, plus cost associated with extra handling of. So actual cost is, we are we are going to see the desired cost, and the actual cost means the total cost was incurred in inspecting the rejected and accepted and extra handling material rejected also, that will be adding. So inspection cost is obtained by multiplying the actual time spent on inspection by the standard rates. So as in case labor rates, we would have seen if they are going to work for 8 hours, we are going to give some 1,200 for the male and for the female, and 1,500 for the males for 8 hours. So for a manager, it may be 2,000. For the online supervisor, it may be 2,500. About the rates will be there, and they are going to divide into hourly basis, and how many hours he has the particular labor, particular supervisor, particular inspector has worked on inspection. They are going to calculate with the standard rates, and that becomes the standard price. That is the actual cost of inspection is some 10,000 rupees have happened. Desired cost of inspection means we are going to take only the material which has been accepted, that cost incurred that we have to take, and we have to divide and into 100%. If you are going to get, we are going to get VGR, that is vendor grading and rating. We are going to get that percentage, we are going to take, and we are going to calculate with all the companies, and which costs are very lesser percentage we got, then that we are going to give more orders for it. So I think it may be confusing for you, but here mostly companies, so this depends with the IBM, and this is about the helicopter company. They have resources. So mostly, commonly in India, or the commonly the people will be using categorical plan and weighted plan for making the vendor rating. So these are other companies they are going to use. So what are the advantages for this vendor rating? IBM quality system, following advantages they have. So even this IBM or the Bell helicopter, any rating system, these are the advantages. You can take it as standardized advantages. Factors of cost used as well as understood by the suppliers. All rating factors are brought down to the common basic cost and can therefore be combined even if the factors themselves are different. Some minor defects are allowed so long as quality requirements are clearly met. It establishes a long range goal of what good supplier should supply. So we are going to make a standard that a supplier should supply these uh, with the quality parameters, delivery times, and we have the services and the pricing. When cent percent inspection is required, it provides equitable rating. When cent percent inspection considers the inspection cost. Whenever you go for inspection compulsory, it is cost consuming because the people are going to spend in measuring those things. The same data can be used to find out which supplier costs the companies more and which items require more inspection time. Based on information, inspection methods may be improved and attention can be directed towards the costly suppliers. So this IBM system on quality rating is useful, and when there are a large number of suppliers vending several products, the inspection information is fed directly into the computer or auto accounting machine, which computes the ratings and summarizes the information in various ways, like type of defects, part number, supplier code, final product. This nowadays everyone is using the automation system. Even this IBM system quality of rating, also they are going to use the computers which computes the rating. So this manually is not done, they are going to use the computers. So this is what we have covered here. And so I have added some more stuff to this vendor rating. Normally, these are the methods. So you have to remember these 8 major rating methods, names, and you need to know what is meant by vendor assessment and what is meant by vendor rating. Vendor rating definition you need to know, assessment and evaluation, what they are going to do in this, what are the techniques of vendor rating, and mostly you need to understand categorical plan and weighted point plan, because in India and normal all the companies will be using them. But here this is case supportive, that is Bell quality rating system. It is named because the Bell helicopter company is using this, and IBM quality rating system is named because the IBM people are using this. So these are different, 8 different types of rating methods we have in this subject, that is the purchases. So you can choose any one method to go for it, or you can even fix to that is 2 things, either categorical plan or the weighted plan for rating the vendors. So it depends on the company and evaluation committee members, so which technique they have to take in order to rate the company, that is the supplier. So vendor rating may plans or techniques may differ from company to company.